evening, everyone. I'm Callie Boatwright. I am the president and CEO of the Douglas County Chamber of Commerce, and I would personally like to thank each one of you for joining us here tonight for our very first sold-out banquet of all time. Now, to be honest, we might have snuck a couple of extra chairs in the room, so I want to thank more than 400 of you for being here this evening and supporting the Chamber and all of our community programs. Tonight, we're going to look back and recognize all of those folks who made significant contributions to our community in 2010, but we're also going to look ahead and talk about 2011 and all the exciting events that we have to look forward to in the coming year. There are many in the community who will lead us in the successes for the year ahead, and certainly one of those is our presenting sponsor, United Community Bank. This is a huge commitment for any company, and we appreciate the commitment that Tim Warren and his bank, UCB, have made in our community by sponsoring and presenting tonight's event. It is also my privilege to recognize the other sponsors for tonight. First, our gold sponsors, the City of Douglasville, the Douglas County Board of Commissioners, Entertainment Design Group, Georgia Power Company, Metro Bank, Sam and Roscoe's Restaurant, Wellstar Douglas Hospital, and West Georgia Technical College. And our silver sponsors, the American Red Cross, Ameriprise Financial, Patty H. Puckett, AT&T, Cherry Beckert and Holland, Community and Southern Bank, Douglas County Development Authority, Georgia Highlands College, Kaiser Permanente, Mercer University, and Wiseman Nowak Curry and Wilco PC, Sean Horan. Thanks to all of you for tonight's sponsorship and for your continued support of both the Chamber and your community. May I get a round of applause for all of the sponsors. It is now my pleasure to welcome Mr. Matt Cabas to come forward with our national anthem. If I could ask everyone to please rise.
Good evening. Oh, say, can you see through the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof to the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Thank you all very, very much. We also have with us, Pastor Frank Smith, our Sam P. Roberts Award winner from last year, who will come forward at this time for our invocation. Frank.
Thank you, Kelly. Shall we pray? Our gracious and loving Heavenly Father, it's such a privilege to live in a community that is so diverse as Douglas County, to work, to play, to have fun, to gather together at events like this, to gather together at churches of our choice. It's just such a blessing to live in a free society. And we thank you for that freedom. We thank you that you help us to carry that freedom responsibly. Father, I pray for all the businesses and the not-for-profits that are represented in the chamber, that you would meet their every need according to your riches and glory by Christ Jesus, that you would strengthen them, encourage them during these difficult times, and that, Father, you would just continue to be with us. Help us, Lord, to look to you for answers and solutions for difficult questions. We're thankful for this opportunity to gather together and the food that has been provided for us so graciously. Pray your blessing upon it and upon our fellowship, and we pray these things in Jesus' mighty name. Amen.
You may be seated. I'm surprised Frank didn't pray for me since I left out a gold sponsor. Greystone Power, our gold sponsor, we appreciate it very much. Thank you, Frank. I hope very much that you all got a good look in our silent auction room before you took your seats. If not, you have a complete auction list on your tables in front of you, along with your programs. Our members this year have contributed more than 100 amazing auction items, and we appreciate these donors very much. As a big reminder, yes, I'm going to bring this up several times tonight, so you'll probably get tired of it. But as a reminder, a big part of our funding comes from our live and silent auctions tonight for our community programs all year long. We hope that you'll participate in either one or both of those events tonight. Now, I know you're all hungry. And in order to bring you a lovely selection of hot entrees, we have 5 buffet stations that are ready and waiting. Your server will dismiss you to the buffet so that we don't have a mass exodus. And you can enjoy your salads, which are preset in the meantime. While you're dining, we are proud to bring you this evening an acoustic-only presentation by our performer, Matt Cabus. Matt is a rising star with a fresh new sound, which you already got a little taste of with the national anthem, that embodies the unique confluence of thoughtful lyrics coupled with memorable tunes. He has become a staple in the greater Atlanta music scene and has built quite a following in Athens. And we are excited to have him here now in Douglasville. So if you will all enjoy your dinner and enjoy the music, we'll be back with you as soon as that's finished.
Well, it's a marvelous night for the moon dance, when the stars up above in your eyes. A fantabulous night for make romance, neath the cover of October skies. When on the leaves on the trees they are falling to the sound of the breezes that blow. When I'm trying to please that are calling to your heartstrings that play soft and slow. You know the night's magic seems to whisper in her skirt. No, winning the soft moonlight seems to shine in your blast aching eye. Having one more moon dance. Well, can I just have one more moon dance with you? Yeah. Oh, can I just have one more romance with you? Oh, no, can I just have one more romance with you? Well, I'm trying to make love to you tonight. I can't wait till the morning has come, when I know that the timing is not right. Straight into your arms I will run. Waiting there, my heart will be waiting to make sure that you're never alone. Then there, my dreams will come true there. Then there, I will make you my own. When I know how much you need, you can't hide. When I know how much you want me there, oh no, you you can't hide. Oh, now can I just have one more moon dance with you? Oh, oh, can I just have one more moon dance? Yeah, yeah. Oh, can I just have one more, one more? Oh, can I just have one more moon dance? Yeah, yeah. Oh, can I just have one more moon dance with you?
I hope everyone enjoyed their dinner. I know that some of you are still eating, and that is absolutely fine. Because we do have a long program, we're going to go ahead and get started. It is now my pleasure to introduce our 2011 Chairman of the Board of Directors of the Douglas County Chamber of Commerce, Mr. Steve Morgan with United Community Advisory Services.
Thank you. Thank you, Callie. That crowd reminded me of Boudreaux. You care if I tell this joke? I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Really?
Now, I hope each and every one of you out enjoyed the outstanding meal prepared by Sam and Roscoe's. It was very, very good. In just a few moments, we will begin the awards program. But before we do, I thought I should just take a couple of minutes and tell you a few things about me to help you get to know me a little bit better, and also to clear up some rumors that I have heard circulating around as I've visited today. First, it is true that I am not as articulate as Mike Stevens. I do not have that deep butterscotch voice of Dr. Skip Sullivan. And I call it butterscotch because it's smooth like butter and strong like scotch. And also, most unfortunately for me, I have never had women scream my name across the room when I was giving a speech like the handsome Ed Cahill. And it is also true that I don't have hair like, well, any of you. Except maybe one or two I see out there. But it is true also that I have played golf at Augusta National, and I have gone through a car wash with the windows down. And I assure you only one of those experiences was enjoyable. Also, before I get started, I wanted to say a special thanks to several people, and I am going off script here a little bit, but I would be remiss not to thank my boss, Tim Warren, the president of United Community Bank, for allowing us at United Community to be able to participate and be able to be involved in the chamber as he does. And I'd also like to thank Matt Barrington, Tiffany Smith, Christy Loper, and who else is here with the chamber? Did I get them with you guys? And Susan, for just being great people to work with. I enjoy my job very much. I also want to thank Ed Cahill, seriously, for asking me to become a board member a few years ago and giving me this opportunity. It's meant a lot to me, Ed. Thank you very much. Lastly, Stacy Hamby and the committee that put on this event, hats off. It is fantastic. And I knew you guys would do a great job. Would you guys please stand for me so everybody can see who all worked on this as hard as you did? Thank you very much. You guys just blew it away. Now it is my pleasure to invite our 2010 chairman of the Chamber Board and my friend Mike Stevens to join me on stage. Mike had an amazing year as chairman in 2010. Under his leadership, the Chamber brought in 200 new members last year. We also had the most successful banquet, the most successful golf classic, and we also offered free training seminars for our members every single month. We led the Douglas County he led the Douglas County fly-in to Washington, D.C. It resulted in getting FEMA dollars paid back to both the city and the county governments, and grew both our Chairman's Club and Young Professionals program involvement and activity. And these are just a few of his successes from last year. Mike, as a symbol of our thanks for all your leadership over the past year, thank you. I would like to present you with this gavel and plaque as a reminder of your many successes in 2010.
Very much.
Would you like to say a few words? Actually, you do that.
It's okay. Thank you. All right. Thank you, Steve. I appreciate the opportunity to be up here with you today. Thank you for your support as my chair-elect. Thank you to everyone here in the room. What I did was only a part of what we all did. This wouldn't have happened if we didn't have a committed group of professionals and a committed community to be sure we are furthering Douglas County and the city of Douglasville. Let me say just a few words here. It was my pleasure to serve as your chairman of the board in 2010. It was a challenging year for all of us, but we accomplished quite a bit. A few of the things Steve mentioned. We owe our gratitude to the business community, our local, state, and federal elected officials, several of them who are here with us this evening. I want to thank the board of directors of the Chamber diplomats. I also want to thank our talented and dedicated Chamber staff. Callie and her team really do make us look good because they make it so easy for us. I also want to take a second to go off script to thank my boss, Ken Barber. He supported me when I went to him and said, I'd like to do this. They've asked me to do this. And this was about 18 months after we'd opened our new bank. So I appreciate his support. I appreciate my team at Metro Bank. We've got a great group of folks there. Whitney Baldazan, who's not here with us tonight, is our loan assistant. And no matter if I didn't know where I was supposed to be, Whitney knew where I was going, and it was usually to a Chamber event. I also want to say a special thanks to Chris Houchins. He's in the room tonight. Chris reminded me I also had a day job to do. And yes, Callie, everyone who gets up on this stage usually does have another job that they have to do in addition to being a Chamber board member. But I want to thank you. Now, if you'll take just a second and look at the screens here, we're going to see a few highlights from the year. Thank you. If you noticed a recurring theme there, we did a lot of ribbon cuttings last year. That speaks to the health of our community. I can tell you that many chambers in the United States and in Georgia are suffering from a decline in membership, but that's not happening in Douglas County, and that's something we should all be proud of, and thanks to the hard work of this room full of people that makes that possible. Before I officially turn the gavel over to Steve, I want to recognize our 2010 board members who will be completing their terms of office, and I would like to ask them to join me on stage to receive a sincere thank you from us for their year of service. And if you would come forward as I call your name. Leslie Chu with Lake Forest Builders. Leslie, come forward. All right. And while he's making his way forward, also Lois Gerstenberger, attorney at law. If I could have Ella McBrayer with Jones Wynn Funeral Home please come forward. Craig Owens with Wellstar Hospital here in Douglasville. And last but not least, Patty Puckett with Ameriprise Financial. Okay. You've each served our community and our chamber in a very honorable fashion. It's with deep gratitude I present to you this symbol of our appreciation. We are fortunate to have you in our community. We appreciate your service. Let's give them another round of applause. Thank you very much. Steve, I wish you the best in 2011. I look forward to being on the board with you and Boudreaux and whoever else you create as a character. I'm glad to be here right now at this end, and you will be glad to be here in a year, but you're going to have a great year. It's going to be a lot of fun. So congratulations. I believe this is yours.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Mike. And I have some big shoes to fill. I mean, Mike did a fantastic job. As 2011 chair, I would like to offer a heartfelt thanks to all the elected officials that have joined us here tonight. The chamber is extremely grateful for the strong relationship built with our elected officials at the local, state, and federal levels. I appreciate your leadership, your support and guidance of the community and our businesses, and ask that you all stand with me or that you stand and receive a round of applause for all of your hard work, whether it be in Washington, like Congressman Scott that's here with us tonight, or in Atlanta, or here at home. So would you please stand, elected officials? Thank you very much. In 2008, the Chamber founded a new level of membership called the Chairman's Club. Our goal for 2009 was to have 10 members at this exclusive level of membership. And because of some of our supportive, community-minded business leaders, we were successful in meeting and maintaining that goal in 2009 and 2010. It is my pleasure to bring to the stage and recognize our Chairman's Club members, the chairman of our 2011 Chairman's Club and CEO of Metro Bank, Mr. Ken Barber.
Thank you, Steve. Before I started talking tonight, I was thinking about a couple of things that were on my mind. This community and most of the country have been hurt pretty bad in the last 3 years. A lot of people are out of work, and a lot of people are hurting. And I think everybody here knows that. I think I'm preaching to the choir. But it's going to take a lot of extra giving from those that have something to get us back going again. It starts with the Chamber of Commerce to produce jobs within our community. And I think it's very important that you support the Chamber. And the folks that are going to come up here tonight that are part of the Chairman's Club have really stepped up to the next level, and it's really helped us quite a bit. I'm on the finance committee at my church, and I know how trying to get people to help the church through these times has been tough, and the church has had to help people more than they ever have. I'm also on a couple of boards of nonprofit organizations, and I know how tough it's been for people to give, and those organizations have really been struggling. We've got to get people back to work. We're heading in the right direction. The good news is I think we're through the worst part of a tough recession, but the Chamber of Commerce here is going to be the focal point for the next few years to help our community to dig out of the tough times and to create jobs and to bring industry. So I'm proud to be a part of the Chairman's Club. I began being on the Chairman's Club the very first year, and we knew at the time that we put it together that it was going to take a commitment from a lot of business leaders to really make it successful. And as Steve said, we were really surprised that we were able to hang on to that initial nucleus, that initial group of business leaders through some very tough times when people were losing their businesses and really having to lay off a lot of people. We also, I'm very proud to say, have been able to now grow that club, if you will, and that really makes me feel good that we are headed in the right direction. Please join me on stage as I call the names of the Chairman's Club members. Douglasville Mayor Mickey Thompson. Douglas County Commission Chairman Tom Worthen. Douglas County School Superintendent Gordon Pritz. Steve Guy with Entertainment Design Group. John Sell with Georgia Power Company. Gary Miller with Greystone Power Corporation. Greg Williams with Kaiser Permanente. Craig Owens with Wellstar Douglas Hospital. And Dr. Skip Sullivan with West Georgia Technical College. Thank you. I'm also excited to announce that for 2011, the Chairman's Club has grown to 17 members. All of our 2010 members have remained, and we have added 7 more leaders who are also committed to local business in the community. If I can ask you to stand as I call your name. Patty Puckett, Ameriprise Financial. Pete Meadows, AT&T. Billy Knight, Canongate Golf Clubs. Rocky Lippum, Community and Southern Bank. Andrew Horn, Mercer University. Roscoe Sayer, Sam and Roscoe's Restaurant. And Steve Morgan, United Community Advisory Services. Once again, I want to thank you, all of you, for what you're doing. It's amazing what this group can do to help this chamber get to where it is. And I want to say one other thing, that I've been fortunate and blessed over the years to be a member of this chamber off and on for since, I guess, the mid-'80s. And during that period of time and before, I was also a member of the Cobb Chamber of Commerce. And I have never seen a group that has worked as hard and as diligently as Callie and her team have, and this is a real attribute to what they've been able to do, to grow this Chairman's Club 70% in the toughest of economic times. That took a lot of hard work, and we're very proud and fortunate to have her leadership with this chamber. Thank you.
Thank you to each of our Chairman's Club members for your exceptional level of support for the Chamber, and a special thank you to Ken for your leadership this year. And speaking of leadership, I am well aware that we wouldn't be here without the hard work of the board members that came before us over the last 65 years. So please allow me to recognize any former board members that might be in attendance by asking them to stand. Thank you for your leadership and for getting us where we are today. And I pledge that under my leadership, we will continue to make the community, our community, and your chamber proud. It is now my pleasure to introduce our 2011 Board of Directors, the group that will lead the chamber in the service to our community this year. Please stand at your table as your name is called, and please hold your applause until I am done calling all of the names. First, our chair-elect, Mr. Alan Smith with Extreme Images. Preston Barnes with Private Office Environments. Lori Bomar with Atlanta's Finest Catering. Donna Crawford with the Crawford Law Group, LLC. Wayne Glover with Greystone Power Corporation. Stacy Hamby with Douglas County Bank. Art Hansen with Nioxin, Steve Harrell with the American Red Cross, Paul Hawkinson with Paul Hawkinson CPA, Mandy Johnson with College and Career Institute, Rocky Lippum with Community and Southern Bank, Pete Meadows with AT&T, Kathy New with the Douglas County Sentinel, John Sell with the Georgia Power Company, Mike Stevens with Metro Bank, Skip Sullivan with West Georgia Technical College, and Susan Thompson with Wellstar Hospital. Thank you very much. As you can see, I know where my weaknesses are, and I have surrounded myself with a lot of brains. A great group, and I'm very excited. And also, I wanted to echo something Ken said, that if it were not for Callie and her staff, I would not be standing up here. I can just tell you that right now. She is phenomenal. And now for the moment that we've all been waiting for, the presentation of the awards. Our first award is for the Diplomat of the Year. Our diplomats are the face of the chamber. They are encouraged to participate fully in chamber programs, hosting ribbon cuttings, as well as many other events. These volunteers ensure that our members receive the highest level of service that we can provide. Would all of the chamber diplomats that are in attendance please stand and be recognized? Thank you all very, very much for the hard work that you all do, and many of you served on the committee to help yesterday, and I know that you had a long day, and I appreciate it. The Diplomat of the Year is selected by the 25 members of the diplomats, and it is the volunteer that has attended the most events, made the most member contacts, provided the greatest service to the chamber. This year, we are pleased to recognize Miss Ruby Byers with the Douglas County School System. Congratulations, Ruby. Each year, the awards committee has the difficult task of selecting the one member among various committees who is the shining star among our volunteers, the individual who embodies the Chamber Spirit Award. This year's winner was a big part of our successful 2010 membership drive and an integral part of the success that we had when we hosted the state conference for the State Chamber Association. She is in attendance at nearly every event. This woman has spent countless hours working with the chamber, volunteering her time and services. She truly embodies the chamber spirit. With her high-spirited, energetic, unselfish, caring, and hard-working demeanor. Her business is an active member of the chamber, and she can be found supporting nearly every nonprofit organization in our community. Ladies and gentlemen, please congratulate our Chamber Spirit Award winner for 2010, Miss Lori Bomar with Atlanta's Finest Catering. One more. Other side. The Small Business of the Year Award is presented annually to the business that experienced significant growth, shown innovation, and contributed positively to our community, which is definitely saying something in the economic environment we are experiencing. Our winning business this year is a woman-owned business that takes pride in serving others and being active in the community. This business and couple that run it give their time freely to volunteering in the community with various children's sports programs, the Cultural Arts Council, the Chamber of Commerce, serving as active members in the Chamber Connections Leads Group and the Young Professionals Connections. It is my pleasure to present the 2010 Small Business of the Year Award to Diane Daniels Enterprises. Would Diane and Omar please come forward?
I knew you'd like to be up here. All right. The Large Business of the Year Award is presented to the company who demonstrates excellence in business. This award recognizes outstanding growth, continuity, environmental sensitivity, and community service. Tonight's winner exemplifies all of those things. As the county's third largest business, they have nearly 550 employees. This company distributes more than 500,000 units of blood products in more than 120 hospitals in the state of Georgia. In 2010, they held 71 blood drives in Douglas County, resulting in 2,753 units of blood collected. So if you didn't get a chance to give blood, you must have been under a rock last year. It is with great honor I present the 2010 Large Business of the Year Award to the American Red Cross. Would CEO Randy Edwards please come forward?
I'd just like to take this opportunity to thank the Chamber and the entire Douglas County, Douglasville community. It's going to be 4 years ago in the spring that we moved to Douglas County from Midtown Atlanta in order to occupy a much larger space in order to process blood collected in the states of Alabama, Georgia, South Carolina, and North Carolina. And we have a very large processing center. We have about 1,000 employees across the state of Georgia, 500 of them here in Douglas County, and about 20% of that number actually now to this day live and reside in Douglasville and Douglas County. So we're pleased to be a part of this community. We felt welcomed from the first day we were here, and we're just thrilled to have the opportunity to be a part of this year's celebration. Thank you.
Appreciate that. Thank you. One picture made right here, Randy. Thank you, Randy. Appreciate that, and thank you to Red Cross. Each year, the outgoing chairman has the privilege of recognizing one member of the board of directors who's met all the expectations and provided exceptional service to our organization. This year, I've chosen to give this award to an individual who has consistently gone above and beyond what is expected. This person has provided leadership to the chamber as a committee chair of one of the key committees we have. He has recruited new chamber members as well as new Chairman's Club members in our membership drive and was co-captain of the winning team. He also attends nearly every networking event. This man always is the first to step up and volunteer when we ask for board members to volunteer to help the chamber accomplish its goals and its mission. He's fulfilled every expectation of a board member in 2010 and then some. I am honored to present the 2010 Chairman's Award of Douglas County to John Sell with Georgia Power. Appreciate that.
Well, Mike informed me that I was up here reading parts that I wasn't supposed to read, so he told me he was ready for his part to be done. I was just trying to help him out a little bit. Didn't even know it. The Sam P. Roberts Community Service Award is presented to an individual who has demonstrated exemplary community service in the past year. This would be an understatement for our 2010 winner. This person serves our community on too many levels to list. You don't see her in the forefront often because she is quietly in the background holding everything together. Her board involvement includes the Cultural Arts Council, the Douglas County Board of Education's Communities and Schools, and the Douglasville's First United Methodist Church Council. She also volunteers with Loving Hands, the Good Samaritan Center, Gift of Love, Friends of Sweetwater Creek, the United Way, the Homeless Shelter, the Pregnancy Resource Center, and she has also been a school system mentor since the inception of the program. She has been recognized for her service on both all of the local, state, and national levels, and she exemplifies what the true meaning of servant is. Please join me in recognizing Miss June Keene, winner of the 2010 Sam P. Roberts Community Service Award.
Mr. Roberts was a fine gentleman, and I am deeply honored and humbled.
Thank you very much. Well deserved. Our final award this evening is for the Citizen of the Year, a Lifetime Achievement Award which is presented to the Douglas County resident who has over time exhibited outstanding service in every aspect of giving to the community. The awards committee considers community leadership, professional and civic contributions, current accomplishments, and length of service in the community. Tonight's winner certainly exemplifies a life of servant leadership in our community. Recent accomplishments include serving as board chair for the Douglas County Boys and Girls Club, chair of the Boys and Girls Club Teen Center Campaign Cabinet, board chair for Share House, and board member of the United Way of Douglas County. She has also served as a long-standing board member for Leadership Douglas and the Bank of North Georgia. Received the President's Award for the Boys and Girls Club of Metro Atlanta, and was recognized by the Junior League as one of 20 outstanding women in Douglas County. This leader has done many, many things in our community, but I also think it is important to note that she was once named one of the top 10 women in corporate America by Essence magazine for her work at IBM. It is with tremendous admiration and appreciation that I invite Ms. Doris Isaacs to come forward and accept this Lifetime Achievement Award as the 2010 Douglas County Citizen of the Year. Would you like to say a few words?
No, I'm too overwhelmed. Just thank you very much. I couldn't do this without every last one of you here in this audience who pulled together as such a great community to get things done, to make lives better for all of us. So thank you all.
Thank you.
Steve, take a picture.
Congratulations to Doris and each of our award winners.